Yeah. Alright, man. This your boy Kardo Santana. I know it's been a minute, you know what I'm saying, since I posted a vlog, you know what I'm saying, or since I even reached out to you all and actually spoke my mind and spoke my piece on a lot of things. As you all can see, I have a different look now, you know what I'm saying. I think the last time you all saw me, I had like a little fro with the ball cap on or whatnot, but definitely have a new look, a new image, new sound. Um, Going ahead and getting ready for 2020. I feel like if I start the preparations now, then when the actual year comes in, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a new decade, a new year. So it's just a lot of things already coming into fruition right now. So I'm just going ahead and prepare myself for the new year, the coming year, and just really just walking in my purpose. So first things first. Thank you, thank you to everyone who has purchased Street Gospel, downloaded the album, streamed it, however you got it. I'm blessed that you are even listening to me. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Shout out to my brother Richard Davis Jr. Shout out to my little brother Jordan Richardson. Um, these two guys were the only two brothers who like were on me every step of the way with this album. You know what I'm saying? Just like supporting, loving, just showing me real, like showing me what was real, like, you know what I'm saying, really riding for me. Shout out to Alexis Pearson and Ebony Edwards, you know what I'm saying? I love y'all dearly because these were the only two sisters who was on my head about this, you know what I'm saying? And really and truly, I appreciate it. Shout out to my boy Kim and Austin. He was another one of the brothers who was on my head about getting the album done, but he did it in a different way. And he's also the brother who's responsible for that fire cover, man. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Jordan Chaney, my partner. If it wasn't for him, I would have never been in the hospital. I would have never got to the hospital. I would have never been alive. And I'm going to dive deep into that segment a little bit later. But shout out to Captain. Shout out to my boy Markel Oliver, you know what I'm saying? Up there in Chicago, man. From Chicago to Florida, man. You always support it, man. I love you dearly, bro. So yeah, those are my shout outs for the people, you know what I'm saying? My mom, everybody else. I love y'all. I'll give y'all your own shout outs later, but I just want to kind of condense this real quick so we can just put it out there, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the first project I've ever done. That's Kardo Santana, you know, the first release solo project, and I'm happy about it. You know what I'm saying? Really, really happy about it. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this vlog. I wanted to address a lot of things that came with that actually came with the process of making this album. So I'm gonna give you all a brief history. 2016, I told myself I was done with music. Told myself I was done with music. At that time, I was already prepping another project, which would have been my debut at the time. It was entitled "We the People," in which I was making a lot of subconscious and pro-black material. Some of these songs will be shared with you all at a later date, but I was working on this particular project because around the time it was a lot of police brutality and a lot of other things that I really wanted to address, and I felt like hip hop wasn't really at that landscape. It really hadn't changed that tide in which I could actually speak on it, right? So, but in 2016, I really got discouraged about a lot of things. I really was trying to get back into school because I had taken 2 years off at that time. I left college in 2014. I left college in 2014 due to financial issues, also as well as my, having to come back home and handle some family business. So 2016, I was given some new life. Thank you to Miss Jeanette, you know what I'm saying? She really kind of put a bug in my ear, you know what I'm saying? And it just kind of motivated me to really go harder. So I got back into school and I graduated in 2017. Graduated, got my bachelor's. After that, I couldn't settle, so I didn't take my foot off the gas. I was like, you know what, I'm going to go get my master's. That's when I moved to Atlanta. And around this process with me being out of school, I actually got in contact with an old group member of mine, and we actually started making some more content. That's how you all have the Second Chances project, right? So with Second Chances, it was actually a second chance for me and my partner at the time to rekindle our relationship as friends, as colleagues, as brothers, as musicians. Um, at that point in time, I was completely happy. I was completely happy where Second Chances was going. I was happy. I was happy because I actually got to generate a fan base. It was a downside of making Second Chances, though. Uh, when you make when you make music of a certain caliber, certain sound, people want to associate you with that brand or that movement, that sound, or whatever. And I was making it known that I wasn't a Christian hip hop artist. I may have had songs that fit that lane, but I never put a cap on my music. And if you go back and watch all the vlogs before this, you can see that I never put a cap on it. Never, 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 never. Because I never wanted people to have that right to tell me I need to stay in this lane, I need to formulate that lane. So after releasing Second Chances, Second Chances came out, that was followed by a lot of transitional pieces. I had Armor of God and I had Second Chances, so I was really feeling pretty good. Then life threw me some curveballs. That summer, my album was supposed to drop, and I was supposed to release my album under Unorthodox Studios. My album was pushed back because at the time I was working with my partner, was trying to make sure he get his project done. Because the project originally was stated for July, that moved to September, which moved to November, which ultimately ended up on Christmas Day. So every time we pushed his project back, we actually pushed my project back as well. And at the time, I was doing all my recording at his house, everything. There's a lot of things I'm not gonna say, just because I'm a real individual. And I don't choose to really make anybody seem like a bad person, but I'm gonna share my truth in a way that's politically correct, because off camera I want to say something else. But I gotta compose myself as Kardo Santana for the people, for the cartel, for my supporters. Being that I have to do that, I also gotta be real with myself, right? So in the process of me pushing my album back, I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm thinking it's still gonna get done. Truth of the matter is, I spent hours mixing and mastering an album for free. Spent hours producing, doing things like that. Never wanted anything in return, but it was an investment into me and my partner at that time. And at the time, we were building the Ohana clan. And at that time, we were getting support from other brands who, I'm not going to speak on to this day, but we was getting support from other people, brands. We had a lot of mentees. And I remember we really was talking one night and was hashing some things out. And I remember my spirit was telling me that I might have to step away from it. Not step away from my partner, but step away from that brand, step away from the Ohana clan. And truth be told, that's what I had to do. I know a lot of you have been asking, and I've really been trying to duck and dodge this question out of the sake of the people who support the Ohana clan in an entirety. I am no longer a part of it. I'm pretty sure they still have a brand. I'm pretty sure they're still moving forward. I would tell you, if you was a supporter while I was there, then maybe you should continue to support. I'm never gonna knock that. But I'm no longer affiliated with it. So y'all can stop asking me questions. I get the DMs, I see their messages. Yeah, I've seen them. I haven't spoken on the Ohana clan or anything because I chose not to speak on it. I see the messages and all that. I chose not to speak on it because really and truly, all I cared about was getting my album done, because I gave everybody else their time. You know what I'm saying? I gave everybody else their time. I went out my way to make sure their stuff came to life, and when it came to my stuff, nobody really gave a fuck about how I was feeling or what I had going on. So at that point in my life, and at this point in my life now, I am no longer affiliated with that. Please stop asking me about it. I am a refugee. And a lot of you don't understand what that means. So I tell you, a refugee is somebody who has to leave their homeland, leave their clan, leave their family to go off to another place in order to make something happen, in order to find peace, solstice, or whatever. We talking about the Ohana clan. I am a refugee. I'm a refugee. I am no longer affiliated with the Ohana clan. Please stop asking me for the last time. I'm not affiliated with them. Wish them all the best of luck. If they're still an organization, wish them the best of luck. I am no longer affiliated. Want nothing to do with it. I'm cool. That's that. I spent a lot of hours on, my partner's project, my partner at the time, his project, right? And when it came down to me actually started recording for my album, all of my sessions were at his house, in his studio. And here's a real message. Every song that you hear on street gospel, for the most part, it was recorded previously. I had a lot of songs recorded, you know what I'm saying? A lot of songs recorded. I haven't heard those songs. I don't have the sessions for those songs. I had to record everything for my album over. Everything that's on my album was recorded from scratch when I already had the songs. The only song that wasn't recorded from scratch was Arm of God, and it wasn't recorded from scratch because I just used the take that I already have. So if you listen to the album, you can tell like songs like Arm of God sound completely different from the rest of the album. The rest of the album, every song has its own sound due to the fact that I had to do everything over. Around the time that I actually started recording my album, at a certain point with me recording my album, I was actually in the hospital. I actually had to have surgery. I was cut 6 times. I had to have surgery. I had to have my gallbladder removed, as well as a list of other things. I went under anesthesia 4 times in 1 week. It's a lot of brothers and sisters who don't come back from it for once. So that was real tough for me. But we weathered the storm. Is not but God's grace and mercy. So bouncing back from that to actually having to record your whole album over, it was really frustrating. During the process of me recording this album, I was recording it at in Greenville, South Carolina. I was well into my album, multiple tracks. I actually just needed the sessions to get the album out earlier. Previous partner who I was working with, who got his album done, refused to send me my studio equipment, refused to give me my sessions. It's a lot of things that I could speak on, but I won't, because truth be told, it was nothing but God's grace and mercy that I still got my album done. And it's actually better than the stuff that I recorded. So it's like sometimes God will put you in a position in which you feel like you're taking a loss, you feel like you're taking an L, but really, God gonna give you that dub. And that's really and truly what happened. Like, God showed me who really for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, God showed me. 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 God showed me who was really for me. And when I got to see who was really for me, it was telling to me, because it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like damn, you know what I'm saying? So, looking at me now, I'm just so happy at where I'm at. I just want to say thank y'all for supporting the album, man. Thank y'all for supporting the album. It's a blessing, for real, because y'all don't have to do it. The fact that y'all listening to it warms my heart. Also, I have some visuals. I have some visuals on the way for y'all. I know y'all asked me about the visuals. Here, there, boom, boom, boom. I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of tough when you're doing it all by yourself. Luckily, I got a team now. You know what I'm saying? I got Jordan, I got Lex, I got Eb, I got Kimmy, I got my brother, I got other Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I got people around me who want the best. So we're gonna try to get that content for you. Yeah, man. And I just want to say, I appreciate anybody who's ever watched a vlog, whoever listened to a song, whoever just supported Kardo Santana, you know what I'm saying? The man, the artist, all that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying, for rocking with the kid. And we're gonna try to cut this vlog up, you know what I'm saying, take some pieces out, because I really kind of went in on a little bit of the pieces, but we're gonna try to make this healthy, man. But that's all I gotta say, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love from your boy Santana, the back alley apostle, the reverend, the deacon, whatever you want to say. I still be preaching, you know what I'm saying? Peace and love to all y'all. God bless.